better and taking the bigger fights and become a champion.
Now, you talk about, taking bigger fights. I know that you had, your fight with Jermell Charlo before, and I know that you want him again. But if he's unsuccessful in his next fight, how about, going for that undisputed?
I'll fight anybody, man. I've been saying this from day one. Ever since I turned pro, I'll fight anybody. So that's not even a question. I'm ready to fight whoever. I'm always in the gym. I'm always working. I'm going to keep getting better and keep giving these boys fits.
More questions for Erickson Lubin? Guess not. Congratulations, Erickson Lubin, Kevin Cunningham. Congratulations, Hammer Time. Mayweather in attendance, one of the promoters tonight. But this kid fought his behind off and got the biggest win of his professional career. I turn over the microphone to Erickson Hammer Lubin, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on,
Orlando's
everybody?
finest.
What's going on? What's going on? Any questions for me?
You want to make a statement first?
Oh, well.
How you feeling?
I had a tremendous camp, and it just followed to the ring. I worked hard. I've been working hard all year. I ain't take no breaks. I ain't take no shortcuts. I felt tremendous. I fought a big puncher. I don't want no tune-up fights. I said I ain't want no tune-up fights, and I'm getting what I want, and I want to show that I'm the best at 154 pounds. I faced adversity at a young age, and I'm just coming back, better than ever.
Questions from the media?
Hold on a second for the wait for the mic.
Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media. Who would you like to fight next?
Anybody. I'll fight anybody.
Charlo?
Anybody. I said anybody. I love to fight Charlo. Anybody.
Let's go, champ.
Who's next? Right here.
First of all, congrats to you and your team. Yeah. Hey, you heard them in the first round there, Hammer. What did you see in the first round that you took advantage of?
Well, I utilized my jab. I stood patient. I wasn't trying to go out there and just, get rid of him in the first round. If I could have, I would have. But, I got boxing skills, so I wanted to put my boxing skills on him, use my jab, blind him with the jab, and then let my shots just roll off of the jab. And when I touched him to the body in the first round, I hit him with a straight left to the body. I heard him grunt. And then I was like, I could hurt him to the body, so I just got to mix it up and confuse him a little bit and go up and down. And, by the sixth round, we was able to get him out with a body shot.
Steven Guarino, Carolina Sports. Congratulations.
Where you at?
There was.
Oh, okay.
It seemed like you definitely hurt him to the body a lot, and then there was a point where it seemed like maybe he might have buzzed you a little bit. Were you a little rocked there for one of those?
Boxing. It's boxing. You get buzzed. He hit me with a clean shot. It wasn't nothing that was gonna take me out or nothing, but I got hit with a good shot. I recovered well. I'm in shape, so I just came back and just weathered the storm.
And just quickly speak on just Kevin Cunningham's just impact on your career. I mean, you're like undefeated with him. Yeah,
I mean, he's had a big impact on my career. We've been working. We just, we don't take no shortcuts. He's a zero-tolerance trainer. So, and I'm learning a lot, I'm learning a lot while I'm in the gym. I'm not just going in there putting in work, heavy work. We working harder and we working smarter. So, we draw up a game plan and we come out here and perform. So we was able to do that tonight, and I'm happy with the W, especially the knockout win.
More questions for Erickson Lubin?
That shit was impressive. Take a dog. Take a fucking dog, man. He definitely put on for Atlanta.
What did Rosario say to you after the fight?
I couldn't understand him.
What was it to, get this win and have support coming from Orlando and all over here in State Farm Arena?
I mean, Atlanta got, a nice crowd, full of my people. So it was definitely great to fight in front of, a packed crowd like this, especially after COVID and the pandemic. So, I'm just thankful. I'm blessed. And, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to keep getting better and taking the bigger fights and become a champion.
Now, you talk about, taking bigger fights. I know that you had, your fight with Jermell Charlo before, and I know that you want him again. But if he's unsuccessful in his next fight, how about going for that undisputed?
You know I'll fight anybody, man. I've been saying this from day one. Ever since I turned pro, I'll fight anybody. So that's not even a question. I'm ready to fight whoever. I'm always in the gym. I'm always working. I'm gonna keep getting better and keep giving these boys fits.
More questions for Erickson Lubin? Guess not. Congratulations, Erickson Lubin. Kevin Cunningham. Congratulations, Hammer Time. Now I want to turn to
Rise podcast. You talked about family and the importance of family. One of the things.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Please subscribe. We're going to start the Tank Davis portion of the press conference. I'm tired. We've been covering, we were successful on covering all the cards. So let me rewind it back just a couple of minutes to make sure everything's all up to date. Tank just walked out. So it's going to be a little bit of a small delay. Okay, here's Leonard Ellaby up there on the podium. All right, we'll start right here. Please take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. I'm T-Street Controversy with Fight View 360. Lots to talk about. We're going to recap everything, highlights after the press conference. What was going through
your mind in the 8th round when he dropped him twice?
Man, that nervous energy, I just wanted him to be able to finish him, But again, Barrios, he's a tough Mexican warrior, and he came to fight, and he gave the fans a great show, and that's what it's all about.
Leonard, over here.
Yes.
Yeah, both fighters before the fight said fireworks. What was it to actually see that they actually delivered in this fight?
Well, again, at this level, you don't talk about it, you be about it. And that's why both guys stepped up to the plate and did a masterful job and gave the fans exactly what they wanted to see. So let's give this young man a great big round of applause. I'll let him take the mic.
I want to say thank everybody for coming out. Tonight was amazing. We did it again. Thank you, Al Heyman, Mayweather Promotion, Floyd, Leonard, my personal team, Atlanta, Baltimore, everybody that, watched Showtime, everybody that came out tonight. Thank y'all. Yeah, watch PBV. Yeah. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be in this position. Thank you to be here. I'm soaking it all in.
Any questions?
Tank, can you talk to us about what was going through your mind in the 8th round during the first knockdown, excuse me?
I just had to catch him. He was tough. It was tough getting to him, I want to say. He was tall. He had longer reach than mine, so it was tough getting to him, but once I got to him, that's what we got the job done.
Champ Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media. At any time, the left hook that he caught you with, did it hurt you, or was it just like a flash shot?
No, he hit me in the back of my head. Yeah, that stung a little bit, but other than that, it wasn't really. That's why I was nervous. Like he's 140, so I wasn't trying to get caught too clean. Right. So when he actually caught me, I was thinking like, is he throwing it soft or he trying to bait me in? So that's what I was thinking the whole night. Yeah.
One of the recent interviews you had with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny on the Rise podcast, you talked about family and the importance of family. One of the things being from West Baltimore, you found family in the gym with Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny. Talk about that.
We've been coming up. We all been close. These guys took me in when I ain't had no father and things like that. So, it was great. I got big enough. I had to move my camp to Vegas and, extending my family with Mayweather Promotion and things like that. And we keep it family. Everybody had that disagreements, but at the end of the day, we family.
Tank. Scotty White, World Combat Sports. First of all, a 10 on the landing, to close out your victory with the backflip off the top rope. What I'm saying? That was amazing. But more so, you stepping into 140, how did that power feel to you transferring to the heaviest weight of your career?
You seen it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just asking you, you know.
I mean, it's
like you was having fun in there.
Yeah, I definitely was having fun. It was a great night of boxing. You know, I definitely was nervous the whole night because I didn't know if I catch him, would I hurt him, or if he catch me, will he hurt me? You know, he had on 8 ounces, and you know I was going up 2 weight classes, so my mind was, you know, my coach and them was telling me to press him, but I'm like, I don't know, like I don't want to get caught, you know.
Till this day, till this day, Bomb Squad. Oh yes, till this day, till this day. My brother, I love your content and knowledge of the sport. Hardest worker in the game, keep it up.
I laid back the whole fight, but
I'm here, guys.
And I think it was like
working in the background.
Floyd came to me and was like, "You down? You know, you down on the scorecards."
I got that clip too.
Oh, unofficial, yes, unofficial. You did, yes, you said that, yes. He said I was down on the unofficial scorecard, so pick it up, yes, and show me you great. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Floyd trying to take over his press conference. That's Floyd in the back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your Tank, over here. You were like landing those left hands over the course of the fight, but the right hook was the difference, led to that first knockdown, and he didn't have an answer to that. What did you see from him that like opened it up for that right hook to land and land hard?
I didn't even see it. My coach saying it. I think it was Calvo or Kenny. One of them was like his hook. I mean, throw the hook. The hook is right there. But I was so focused on throwing my left hand and get away from his right hand. So he told me to throw the hook, and I was like, I was type nervous, and then I just threw it. I stepped to the, like I was going to my left, but I faked him and threw my hook, you know. So he was off guard, so I caught him. He walked right into it.
Yeah. What did Barrios do anything early on to surprise you?
No, it was basically me just trying to figure him out and see what he do good. You know, that's what I was doing. I was basically trying to figure him out. You know, so I didn't want to overdo it and wind up getting caught because I didn't know what he was bringing to the table. So that's basically I didn't get him out of there because of myself early. You know, so that's basically what it was. If I knew he was soft, I would have got him out of there.
And you said in the ring after that you don't necessarily know what you want next, that you're going to rely on your team. Is there any inkling of anything at all of where you'd like to either fight next as far as 130, 135? Anything at all?
His team going to take care of that. That's what they do. I mean, our thing is this. You know, we work smarter, not harder. So we do everything in-house. Yeah. Mayweather Promotions, PBC. I mean, we all one family. So, I mean, we're not going to go nowhere. Maybe another company great. So we got plenty of fighters.
I don't like when they answer questions for the fighter. That's either Leonard Ellerby or Mayweather talking in the back. Well, that's Mayweather.
Only that.
Probably like 16. No, I was young. I'm sorry, I was younger than that. I was younger.
2013.
Yeah, I was young. Huh?
Don't worry. In a couple years, you'll be world champion. We'll win titles at numerous weight classes. I did what I said I was going to do. As long as you keep winning, how far we can go.
Steven Godano, KOR Sports. Congrats, champ. You dropped him twice in the 8th to the head, and then you dropped him again later to the body. Did you kind of feel that maybe his body was softening up a little bit? Maybe you need to switch up the game plan?
No, my coach told me to go to the body, and then I went to the body. But, you know, when you got somebody hurt, you you be trying to headhunt. So he brought me back to myself, like, go to the body, And so I went to the body, and that's what I caught him.
I also noticed that there was a point of the fight where you just kind of started walking him down, and it was a little strange seeing, like the smaller guy walking down the bigger man. Why'd you do that?
Because, going into the fight, not going into the fight, just like warming up, it was like he touched me a little bit, like a little pat, and I guess they was counting it, so I thought when, like, it got to be like, she had flush, so they were saying I was down, so I'm like, damn, I'm down, like, but he was, yeah, he was, outworking me because he was doing, like, he wasn't throwing, like, big shots, he was just basically what Leo was doing, so, my team, and, told me to pick it up, and that's what I did,
Tank, congratulations. Tonight was your coming out party as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, 3-division champion.
Yes.
Did it sink in yet?
I always, just take it a day at a time. I'm thankful to be in this position again. I'm ready for the next step. Ready to, get back in the gym. Definitely continue to run and stuff like that. Get back to Vegas and start training more. Just happy to be here.
Leonard's going to be mad at me for the next question. 147?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. I let Floyd take over that. Take it.
Gradually moved up, because I was at 130 for, I think, I don't know how many years. Then I gradually moved up to 35, 40, and 47, and 54. I don't think he ever fight at 54. He pick up weight. He pick up a lot of weight, so he could go up.
Nah, I ain't try.
40, I don't know. I think he probably feel good and strong at 140.
Tank, this is Dana from the Baltimore Afro-American newspaper. We are so proud of you in Baltimore.
Thank you.
And you have been poured into by so many people. How can you recommend that others in West Baltimore can be poured into?
What you mean by poured?
You've been supported by so many people.
Supportive. I could just say thank you, and I didn't. It wasn't overnight, Baltimore's watched me grow, So I'm definitely grateful to have them behind me. A lot of people, they leave that city and forget where they come from. But even though when I get to Baltimore, it's always drama. But I'm thankful for the support that Baltimore always show me. I'm thankful for my team. Period. My city backing me. Just everybody that support me all around the world, and I want to continue doing great things so I could be able to get that support.
Tank, another great night at State Farm Arena, another sellout here in Atlanta. Can you talk to me about the crowd and performing once again in Atlanta?
I didn't really look into the crowd this time. I was so into the fight, but I was watching I forget the guy's name. He tried to sign me back when I was an amateur, and he was talking trash. But just happy to be here, man. Happy that everybody, that came out, thank you to Atlanta, Baltimore, and whoever else came out. Again, thank you, Al Heyman, thank you, Mayweather Promotion, thank you, Floyd for sure, Leonard Edderby, my team, my city, Showtime, everybody that bought pay-per-view, I'm just grateful, man. Thank you, champ. Yes, thank you, appreciate it.
Just a reminder, the replay of the pay-per-view, the main event will be on Showtime, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern this coming Saturday. And we will also be doing the Emmy Award-winning epilogue, which takes you behind the scene in the locker room inside Fight Night. So even if you saw the pay-per-view, you're going to see stuff that you haven't seen. Again, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. on Showtime.
I love you so much.
No, he's 140. No, he was tough.
You got the attendance. 16,570.
In person. So when I got in the ring, I was just looking. He came around. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he sure did.
I'm fighting 154.
Yeah, that's what you said to me.
He was big.
He was bigger than Logan Paul.
Floyd want to take over this press conference so bad.
Any more questions? Okay. Big round of applause.
Thank y'all.
So yeah. Hold on, let me turn that down. I'm probably screaming at you guys. There we go. Should be better.
Yeah, you were there way back when.
Oh, you're gonna take a picture with his belt. Let's go full screen.
You gotta get in here, man. You gotta get in here, Steve.
You know, Showtime. You know, we do numbers.
Look over there left. Showtime.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Asset warriors when they come in here.
There you go. All right. All right.
No, I wasn't.
I got you.
Got you, baby. Boy,
Can that
boy,
happen to
what's
the
going
champ?
on? Boy, what's going on, boy?
Out that way. Yeah.
Get security to take you out.
Yeah, that way. Oh, you gotta come to the stairs.
Thank you.
So yeah, really, really good night of boxing. I am impressed with Tank Davis. Who would you give the performance of the night to, if you've watched both fights? Now I've watched both fights in their entirety. Are you going to give it to Loma or Tank? Both were super crazy impressive. I'm edging more towards Tank, but Loma's comeback was something special. You know, he looked really, really good out there tonight. Tank took some time to adjust, but when Tank turned it on, he turned it on. Loma, though, that went over Nakatani. You know, he completely, like, he you never see Loma beat somebody up like that. Like, straight beat him up. Bust his face up, everything. Stopped him brutally. Regarding Tank, we know that his power, it looks like it's carried up to 140 and can possibly be there at 147. His height will be an issue, especially since he's got to figure fighters out. So, you know, there is some questions. Here, let's go pull up some clips. Let's go head over. Oh, wait, what are they still doing? Oh, Floyd taking questions. Let's see if they do a media scrum.
Like cat piss. Killing cats in the basement, brother.
Thanks for the super chats.
Camille Z has just donated $2 Canadian.
This
It
is live, by the
smells
way.
of cat urine somewhere. Is it you? I bet it is. What network is Isk versus Joshua? Dazen?
Usyk versus Joshua is supposed to be on the zone here in the States and likely Sky Sports over in the UK. So they're going to take more questions from the media. Look, Floyd had to get his press conference. Floyd had to get his words in. All right, I thought it was going to be over, so they're about to take questions.
What's up, boss man? Okay.
Well, in the meantime, I could pull up some clips and highlights from the Loma fight. Oh, and shout out to Erickson Lubin. Even though you can say he's chinny, right? Erickson Lubin, you can say that, you know, his chin is a little suspect. Great win. Bakhtir Akhmadov got the corner stoppage win over Mendez.
All we care about is results.
16-5-7.
I'm the only person you know I can do a fake fight and get 100 M's.
This guy always talking about money. Get out of here, Floyd.
I can do legalized sparring and get 100 M's.
Oh, that shit get old and weird sometimes, man. Like, bro, all right, yeah, you make a lot of money, okay. What the fuck? Is that Fred? What happened to Fred? Oh, that ain't Fred. But that was Fred. I was like, damn, Fred, COVID got you bad.
No lies told.
A COVID weight. This is what I don't miss. Like this media scrum, everybody all, I don't miss that.
Again, you know, when you're investing into your fighters, but I'm that way from the Sandtown shows to the. It's like, man, we love our fighters, man. We truly like we have a passion for this. This shit is real for us. You know what I mean? It's like you have nervous energy because you want the best for your guys. You know what I mean? And so I'm hoarse.
Hell, they got me trapped out there. They got a helicopter. I got money. Give me a helicopter.
Right? You're right.
I already got a jet. I need a helicopter.
Ellaby, he just got to keep saying, you right. You right.
I already got a jet. I need a helicopter now.
But yeah, it was a great night. And see, this is what happens when I tell people, I said, Gervonta Davis is the most exciting fighter in the sport. I'm just not blowing smoke up you guys' ass. I mean,
hey, yo, am I the best bank robber?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
Cause I don't know nobody in sports that's my age that can still stick them up like that.
No doubt, no doubt.
Bro, Floyd, get out of here.
Yeah, so
Ew.
This is what it's about. When you fight on pay-per-view, this is how you continually make your fan base grow, and people will continue to support him. Who will not? Tell me what fans out there will not pay for Gervonta Davis's next fight. You know what I mean? Because they know. No, I'm not just talking about the in arena. I'm just talking about the fans who are actually not here. You know, and we're truly appreciative for everything that they've done. But again, this is how you become a pay-per-view
Look, he back.
star.
He back.
You give the fans exactly what they want to see.
Fight of the year, Larry.
Yeah, I had to go back and take a. You know, being ringside, you can't see a lot of stuff, and you know.
It was a great fight.
Yeah, of course it was a great fight. You know, there's a lot of back and forth, give and take.
Oh man,
You
what
know,
up, Kenny?
Yeah, I told you guys that he was tough.
Stuck him.
I told you guys that he was tough. But see, the whole thing is just about, you know, all that negativity. We don't do that shit over here. We're not about that. That's why we don't care what.
Yeah, we don't do
people
that shit
say.
over here.
We have a plan, and nobody's gonna stop us from doing what our plan is. Yeah, we locked in on what we got to do. We don't know. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. And see, remember, I told you this. We let these other promoters get out there and do all that.
What's up, baby?
You know what I'm saying? We
know you.
All right, I guess they had enough too and had to cut Floyd off. That was the end right there, by the way. Here, let me fix these filters so it won't be all loud on you. Before we wrap up this fight, we're going to actually go over and watch some. Actually, let's wrap up this fight first. Talk about what's logically next. Now, here's the thing. When we talk about what's logically next, we want to talk about, you heard what Leonard Ellaby said, right? This is how PBC and promotional companies work. Once they're locked in and have their own plans, You know, they work in their own promotional company. You see what I'm saying? So that's going to limit certain fights that can be made. I do have to point out, though, that when Ryan Garcia stopped Luke Campbell, Al Heyman called the locker room, the manager of Ryan Garcia, to congratulate Ryan Garcia on the win. So which means that Al Heyman is watching. Hold up. Now, I'm already untethered, all right? So let me talk about this fucking asshole in the chat. Lord William TV, bro, how are you talking shit about Floyd making money and saying Floyd got to get out of here when you're illegally broadcasting a post-fight, illegally broadcasting a post-fight press conference that Floyd... Oh, no. Somebody put that asshole on timeout. Hey, you dumbass cocksucker. It's not illegal. They send the media the links, you asshole. So since you think you're so fucking smart, hey, I'm untethered. Somebody put that dickhead on timeout. That Lord William dude coming in here thinking he writing a motherfucking whole paragraph. Thinking he know what the motherfucker he talking about. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Motherfucker. Anyway. Coming in here think you know what the fuck you talking about, and you wrong. You wrong all the way, and you talking shit. I've been here sitting here all goddamn day covering these motherfucking fights. You think you'll come on my motherfucking late night show talking shit to me? Fuck you talking about? So what were we doing? I was pulling up highlights. Anyway, let me pull up the rankings here. Let's talk about who's logically next. Tell me what to do with my motherfucking show. You niggas is getting way too comfortable around here, I see. Anyway, moving on. 140-pound champion, world champion, Mario Barrios has just, former world champion got defeated. Tank Davis now has this belt, but you see this name right here, Josh Taylor, spread all across the board. By the way, my website, fightview360.com, the rankings, the link is down below in the description box. We update our rankings monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies. WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, and Ring Magazine. So when you look at where Tank Davis is right now, can you say that Tank Davis is the best fighter at 140 pounds? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm not confident he can beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is a big 140 pounder, and he is no Mario Barrios. But let's face it, Tank Davis and Josh Taylor.
Killing cats in the basement, brother.
Byron Moore has just donated $4.99. It smells of cat urine somewhere. Is it you? I bet it is. Yo T, what's the odds we see Tank versus Mikey at 140?
Now that is a fight that is logical. Tank versus Mikey Garcia at 140, even a catch weight of 142 or 144, some shit, is very, very logical. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. Because when you look at 140, if it's not going to be pro grade, and let's face it, pro grade is not Mexican. It ain't going to sell. You see what I'm saying? It's a fight that I would love to see, but pro grade know the deal because he's got his eye on, he's also got his eye on Mikey Garcia. So when you look at everybody else, top rank, Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, top rank. God knows who the hell this guy is. I'm pretty sure I covered him before, but fucking forgot. You know my memory's shit. There's nothing really there at 140 unless they're targeting Mikey Garcia. I think that that's very possible, yo. Especially since Mikey Garcia is not getting Manny Pacquiao. Mikey Garcia has been trying to cash the big money checks. Now at 135, is Tank Davis the best fighter at 135? Is he better than Teofimo Lopez? Can he, in your opinion, defeat Teofimo Lopez? We saw what happened with Mario Barrios. Okay, it took him some time to figure him out. Nonetheless, he got the stoppage, 3 knockdowns before the knockout. But against Teofimo Lopez, can he do that to him? What about a Lomachenko? I'm giving Lomachenko versus Tank Davis a 50-50 fight. And who has Lomachenko fought outside of potentially Teofimo that's going to hit harder than Tank? That's the fight that I'm salivating for. You see, I've been putting it in the title of my videos all night. I want to see that fight. To break it down for you, Devin Haney defeated Jorge Linares, which, you know, pretty much put a question mark around Devin Haney, one that was already there, just made it now in red. Ryan Garcia's doing God knows whatever he's doing. He's no longer the interim champion. Javier Fortuna and Jojo Diaz are going to be fighting for that title, from my understanding. Then you have this Rolly guy. It's not even talking about him. Kambosos Teofimo is taking place August the 14th, but it may be August the September. And it looks like we're going to get Teofimo versus Lomachenko too. After Kambosos, if Teofimo defeats Kambosos. Devin Haney, we don't know what's next for him. At 130, let's go ahead and face it, right? If your life depended on it, would you say, I will put my life on Tank Davis being able to make 130 pounds? Yes, he did it for Leo Santa Cruz, but I wouldn't put my money on him going back down to 130, where he holds the legitimate WBA title that he won from Leo Santa Cruz, the WBA Super. But they want you to believe, and it's a damn shame, that he's a simultaneous 3-division champion. I don't care. I love Tank Davis. No homo.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Abel B has just donated $10. I'll never forget how he ate poor Evander's ear. Shame. Yo, Mayweather need to chill. If he don't, I can see a rift between Davis team and Mayweather Promotions. Like how Canelo split from Golden Boy.
I don't know. Because Floyd can be a little extra. We're taking a shine and everything. Here, matter of fact, let me play this clip for you right here. And you can tell I have it already pulled up. At least I thought I did. Here, let me play this clip for you right here. And also have some highlights we're going to go through since we're here. Let's play this clip here. Hold on. Where's it at? This is between round 9 and 10. And Floyd Mayweather came up to the corner, Gervonta Tank Davis, to tell him he was losing. Let's see here. Hold on. Now, we can't show the whole clip. But basically, going to see Floyd walk up from right here. So you can tell, like Tank just wasn't trying to hear it like on some like, why are you bothering me type shit. But however, he's always more respectful to Floyd than he has been in the past. So, something's still going on with there. But if you don't know, Floyd don't pull the strings. It's Al Heyman. If you don't know, when it comes to PBC fighters, Mayweather Promotions fighters, anything on Showtime, anything on Fox, is all Al Heyman. Floyd Mayweather ain't signing the checks or putting these events together. Leonard Ellerby, people say Leonard Ellerby has a bigger role now. And also, obviously, for you, we can't, obviously I can't show the whole thing because unlike you, whether you want to believe it or not, because I'm in my hoodie and my hat, I get it, the black guy, we run a business here, okay? That's copyrighted content. We can't use it. You see what I'm saying? I'm a partnered YouTube sponsored channel. So I shouldn't have to tell you, but at the same time, I do understand not everyone, not being disrespectful, is educated in the chat. That shit just fly over their head. They think that I'm just coming up here doing this shit for my health to be some loser. So what we are going to do is I do have some highlights for you here, especially of the KO to Mario Barrios, before we have to move on to Lomachenko versus Nakatani and the news that came out on ESPN Plus.
Packed into it. There were a lot.
Now watch this body shot.
Of ebbs and
watch this body shot. I wish I got to get another program where I can just watch this body shot. Hold on.
The knockdown.
Now, this was the one that really ended him. Like, this really ended him right here. Watch where it hit him at, and he gonna lean into it a little bit.
This is that tremendous. What, of course.
Look, fucked him up big time.
What, of course. That tremendous. That tremendous. What a.
That's what messed him up. That's what really, really did him dirty. You know, but, I mean, you know, I look at it like this. Tank Davis did better than I thought he was going to do. You know, I predicted he was going to win, but I thought he was going to have, I mean, he did have some issues. He did have some issues. Let's watch that one more time where he pulled it from.
The knockdown. Well, this is that tremendous.
And it slid up like on him. Yeah, and remember before the knockdown, Barrios was taking some mean shots, head snapping back to the left, to the right. You know, Tank was disguising shots, you know, from making it seem like it was a jab to a hook. Like, dude is good. He has a really, really high ring IQ, and he doesn't get a lot of credit for. However, defensively, he is flawed, and the head hunting can get him in trouble in the future. But against who? You know? It's hard to see somebody, like, really, really outboxing him, or it's hard. Basically, Tank is one of them type of fighters where he's so good that if Tank loses, he's going to beat himself, in my personal opinion. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on over to check out Lomachenko versus Nakatani highlights. And Lomachenko looked really good. Like, way better than I thought he was going to look. Like, shine. Like, you know? Here, let's listen. First, let's start here. Let's listen to what Lomachenko had to say. And then we'll watch some highlights.
Vasiliy Lomachenko. Loma, you are back. What were you most happy about in terms of your performance tonight?
Что тебя больше всего порадовало? Почему ты счастлив? Как ты все показал?
Я очень рад, потому что я вернулся с победой, я закончил поединок, я сделал то, что было поставлено моей командой, моей стратегией было выстроено. Мы это сделали, достигли. Я победил, и я снова в строю.
I'm happy because I won. All the strategies which we developed with my team. I reached all my goals. I reached everything. So I won, and now I'm back on track.
Natalia Manyuk with the translation. In terms of what you came here to do, you said you wanted Masayoshi Nakatani because you wanted to prove something. What did you prove tonight?
Значит, ты им говорил, что ты хочешь что-то доказать. Скажи, что ты им сегодня доказал?
Я думаю, все видели, я доказал, что реванш нужно сделать снова и отбоксировать с Лопесом. Давай сделаем это.
Sorry, скажи мне еще раз. Что все видели?
Все видели, как я победил, и все видели, и все хотят и ждут реванш, поэтому давайте организуем реванш.
Okay, so everybody saw me, everybody saw how I won, and everybody has been waiting for the rematch, so let's make a rematch.
I spoke with Teofimo Lopez, who was here, the father, and he said the only condition is that it happened next after the Kambosos mandatory. How do you feel hearing that Teofimo Lopez will give you a rematch?
Значит, ну ты понял, да, там был отец, и как бы там поставили условия. Как ты чувствуешь себя по этому поводу, если тебе...
Yeah, I understand. He has a fight in the future with Kambosos, but after, how about after? Maybe next year, maybe the beginning of the year, December, January, February. I'm waiting.
You didn't know if they would be willing to give you a shot. You gave him an opportunity. You said, I want my opportunity to get my belts back. How do you feel now that you know that they are willing to give you that shot?
Ну, ты понял, да, что, значит, они тебе, как ты чувствуешься по поводу того, что они все-таки готовы дать себе этот шанс, чтобы ты сбросил вот еще вот этот матч? То есть как ты себя чувствуешь, что они хотят, они готовы тебе дать эту возможность?
Конечно, я рад ему, если они готовы, если они готовы после своего поединка провести реванш. Это то, что мне нужно, то, что мы хотим, то, что хотят все фаны бокса.
Of course, I'm happy about it if they're ready to give me a rematch after all that I've done. So after this fight, yes, of course, I am happy about this opportunity.
Now, Masayoshi Nakatani, we knew how strong he was. We knew how big.
Here, let's stop right there halfway through and go watch a little bit of the highlights from the fight. Because as I said, he did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. You know, if you didn't get a chance to watch the fight, this is one of those type of Lomachenko performances or a fighter's performance that you should go back and watch, even if it is in hindsight, because what you're going to see is you've never seen Loma this aggressive. I've covered and watched every single Lomachenko fight on YouTube. You never see him like this. Like, he went out there, you know, like really trying to make a statement. And you never, you know, see Lomachenko just fully beat somebody up like this. And I did make a mistake early, and I forgot how bent out of shape people get about these fighters when I said Lomachenko don't really go to the body. I meant lately, not like that anymore, meaning that he didn't against Teofimo. And also, what is with all this? What about this? Did you ever hear of something called whataboutism that's been going around? It's been happening a lot in politics. You know, one side does something, and like, well, what about such and such? They did this. What about such and such? That happens a lot in boxing, especially I'm starting to see it more and more, you know, in my videos. Well, remember, such and such was injured, but what about such and such? He was injured too. Like, yo, so do you mean to tell me I have to, in all my videos, I have to go through every single, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, y'all old. Like, y'all old enough for us not to have to go through this. So, yes, Lomachenko was injured when they fought. Yes, Teofimo Lopez had surgery too. Why do we have to keep, like, you know, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a little untethered. It's late. I get like this late at night. Back to the highlights. Please take your time out. I'm T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.
And that angle sends him back and down. Knockdown scored by Loma. He was accurate and busy early. Right hand scored well. Nakatani was hurt. Then he was hurt again in the 7th. And then in the 9th, it was an absolute beatdown. How is Nakatani standing up to this? Too tough for his own good. Lomachenko, bodywork, sweeping left hand. It is over. Loma is back. Vintage form. Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Yo, he beat that Japanese dude up. Like, he beat the shit out of him, man. Like, you never see Lomachenko go that hard. You know, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. Also, you must take into account that funny enough, ironically enough, Teofimo Lopez last fight was against Lomachenko. And Lomachenko is back, and Teofimo Lopez isn't. Teofimo Lopez is over in Italy right now. Here, let's go back to listen to the interview from Loma, the post-fight interview.
How were you able to break him down the way you were?
Значит, Масайоши Накатани, мы знаем, какой он большой парень, высокий, насколько он сильный. Как тебе удалось его все-таки остановить? Ну, как бы его
У нас была стратегия работать вторым номером, потому что его рост, его длина рук не позволяла бы мне действовать первым. Я должен был действовать на контратаке, ну и то, что у меня успешно получалось.
Yeah, so we had the strategy to be second. So because of his height, because of his arm length, I couldn't be first. So the strategy was to counter punch,
he did almost take his head off.
Attack. So it wasn't the first.
Vasiliy, we've seen fighters lose control when they get cut. It happened early in the fight. How were you able to deal with that cut that happened so early?
I wanted to say big thank you, Rasander, my cutman. It was a very...
Don't come in here calling my chat idiot. This James S guy says, all you saying Tank versus Loma are idiots. LOL, Tank ain't going back to 135 anytime soon. Shaking my head. Hey, jackass. He fights at 135. What is wrong with you tonight? That's why I don't read the chat. Because y'all on some crazy shit. From now on, y'all, that's why I listen. I'm about to start only listening to super chats. For real.
Good job from his side.
Like
He's
the other
professional,
LDBC chat.
And he helped me won this fight.
He did, but it was also your skill. You told us in the fighter meeting, my skill, my boxing IQ. You said in that loss, you gained something. You don't know how to
Coming
lose.
here,
You've lost
cussing at my
3
chat.
fights in a total of 410 total. They always make you better. How were you better tonight? So you don't know how to lose.
Значит, ты вообще не знаешь, как
Those
проигрывать.
losses,
Ты
how
только
did they
из
make you
4-10
better tonight?
боев проиграл только 3. То есть, и как ты тогда сегодня себя чувствуешь? Ты все равно себя чувствуешь лучше. То есть, ты опять победил.
Конечно, я чувствую себя очень хорошо, я очень счастлив. Я счастлив, потому что я выполнил задачу своего отца, поставленную задачу. И ту стратегию, которая была выстроена, я ее придерживался, и она принесла нам победу. Поэтому я, безусловно, рад.
Of course, I am happy. I'm happy because the strategy that we developed, it brought us the victory. So I was keeping the strategy. I was following my strategy that my father developed and me developed. So and I reached my goal. I am happy about it.
The left shoulder. After the Unitas fight, you had surgery. Coming into the Teofimo Lopez fight, you needed surgery and you got surgery. How did it feel to be back in that ring at 100%?
Сегодня было все хорошо, не было никаких проблем, потому что, в принципе, мне сложно было работать первым номером. Я работал всегда вторым, и я был все время сфокусирован и сконцентрирован на своей атаке, поэтому я контролировал практически всегда свое плечо и не давал ему резких движений.
Today everything was just fine because he knows that I've always had trouble to be first, you know, and I've had to have a strategy to be second. So, but I was focused. I was focused on my counter punches. I was focused on my performance, and I kept everything under control. So everything is just perfect.
You wanted to make a statement tonight with a victory like you accomplished against Nakatani. What is your message to Teofimo Lopez?
Hey, please win your fight and make happen a revanche.
Thank you very much. Obviously, Teofimo Lopez wants the rematch, no doubt. Vasiliy.
I'm guessing that ESPN and Top Rank must have put in together to keep Teofimo on board with Top Rank and to amend his contract. Because the way they were talking tonight on ESPN, and I'm going to pull up the broadcast here, not the whole thing, but some clips. The way they were talking on the broadcast is like Teofimo versus Loma 2 is done. So does that mean that Terrence Crawford is going to take on Josh Taylor? If it's not going to be Teofimo versus Josh Taylor for double undisputed, even though they'll be only fighting for the 140 for the most part? Let's listen to the interview with Bob Arum, Teofimo Sr., who's there right now, and you have to think that they flew him out there for a reason. And they're talking about, I think it's done. Or it's going to be done. Like, I think they already talked about this shit behind the scenes. I think that ESPN and Top Rank threw the money at Teofimo. That's what I think is happening.
Bob, the lightweight division is hot. You've got a man who's got 3 of the belts, and there's a reason that Lomachenko wanted Nakatani tonight. What did you think of Vasily's performance?
I just thought, you know, the one thing I've learned promoting Lomachenko is he never wants an easy fight. He wants the toughest fights ever they can give him, and Nakatani filled that bill. He fought a good fight with Lopez, and then you saw the Verdeo fight was incredible. So this was a really good performance, and now, you know, as the promoter
He did renegotiate his contract. Now, of course, we'll never really know the details, but something's going on there because the way they were talking about it, and normally a broadcaster wouldn't be talking about it in the detail that they were talking about it unless they know something. Trust me, I've been seeing this shit for years. That fight, I think that fight behind the scenes is done.
Two great lightweights, Teofimo and Lomachenko. It's my job and duty to bring them together for the fight that everybody wants to see. And it's going to be a massive, massive international fight. I'm fielding offers now from different places in the world, and these guys are going to. There'll be a winner and there'll be a loser, but there'll be two rich guys when the thing's over.
So we'll get our passports ready for that long-anticipated rematch. Now, I spoke with Teofimo, his father, and he said they were willing to make this fight. I know that there was no rematch clause, and that was much talked about why there wasn't, and Lomachenko just didn't care for it at that time. But nonetheless, he reserved the right to say no to the fight. How do you feel about his father saying they are willing to make this fight?
I know they are, because when he signed his new contract with Top Rank at my house before he came down with COVID, he said, yeah, no problem. It's a question of being compensated, and that's the job of the promoter. And I'll
hold up. No, y'all just heard that, right? Y'all just heard that? Y'all just heard that shit? Since we're at the end of the show, and I'm going to do more in detail in about another stream in 12 hours or so, process this. We're going to run it back, process this, what Bob Barrios is saying. Teofimo Lopez was supposed to take on George Kambosos on June the 5th. Process what's going on here. What was it? Was it June the 5th? I forgot the date, but process what's going on right here. Run it back. Please take your time out. Like the video. Hey, what's how many likes we got on this video? Because y'all don't... Oh, all right. Nice amount of likes. Thank you. Please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. But process this shit right here. And we're going to start...
Feel about his father saying they are willing to make this fight?
I know they are, because when he signed his new contract with Top Rank at my house before he came down with COVID, he said, yeah, no problem. It's a question of being compensated, and that's the job of the promoter, and I'll get them both well compensated, and we'll do this fight, because based on his performance tonight, it will be a really different kind of fight. But I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it. And there's Teofimo. Teofimo, come here, man. Hey.
How you doing? A man making business.
Yeah, he made you a lot of money tonight, because that fight when we get it done, which we will, it's going to be huge, huge.
Amazing. And you know what? I wasn't thinking about Lomachenko in the past, but after this performance, I think that the public wants to see this fight. I think that I could convince my son to fight him again. I think that
they already met at Bob Barrios' house and signed the contract. You just heard Bob Barrios spill the beans. And then Teofimo comes down with COVID, and now he's in Italy.
After Kambosos, it could be made. It's going to be the biggest fight in the world, and we can make it happen in December in the Madison Square Garden, you know, like we always do, you know. My son's record in the Madison Square Garden is 6-0 with 6 knockouts. You already know that. So, you know, for the Heisman Awards. So why can't we make it happen there, you know? But I got to talk to him.
You're a real man, and your son's a real man, and I hope he's getting better.
Oh, no,
COVID.
He's 100% out of trouble.
That's good news.
I didn't know I was muted. My bad. We're gonna fix that out. I was saying that I'm happy that go ahead, put it in the chat that I'm muted. I was saying that I'm happy that the fight is happening. All right? They told us everything. They just told us everything. They told us all the details without telling us. So, you know, we're gonna leave it at that. I know I'm on mute. Yeah. All right. But all right, I'm gonna get up out of here. We're going to see you in about 12 hours or so. I'm just going to kick back on the couch, watch some crime shows or something, T-Street damage predicted is already done behind closed door. I think Loma beats him in the rematch. Oh, yeah, I made it so the super chat pops up early. So, yeah, we're going to get up out of here, guys. Thank you, Yusuf Salaya. I fixed it, man. Why y'all yelling at me and shit and cussing at me? I fixed it. Andy, shit. Get off my back. This is a one-man show here. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you guys. I'm going to be working with the WBC starting on July the 1st. Something major's in the pipeline. Something major. I know he just made you a rich man. Like, they already made the deal. They already made the deal. They ain't fooling nobody. So this is what we're going to go do.
This day. To this day.
Oh, I already read that one.
To this day.
Yusuf Silla donated $5 to T Street. Till this day. Till this day. Bomb Squad. Oh yes. Till this day. Till this day. Street Amos just predicted it was already done behind closed doors. I think Loma beats him in the rematch. Your thoughts, T Street?
He went into Bob Barium said they met in a secret meeting at Bob Barium's house and signed the contract. Teofimo said no problem. I don't know about the rematch though. I'm not ready to predict that right now. I'm not ready to predict Teo versus Loma 2. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. But after this performance from Lomachenko tonight, I don't know. Anyway.